What is up, gamers? Welcome to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. We are currently on the free-to-play account, guys. I'm going to show you the 6 teams that I'm using versus the endgame boss, the Mekkatorque. These teams are pretty much the same teams I used versus the challenge bosses. I really haven't made any changes whatsoever except changing the skill timing. You know why? Mainly because I did not have the time to do it. I think even without actually going all in to do crazy changes, you're still able to pull off pretty decent results. All of the teams are doing over 200 million damage, which is actually really good. Yes, it's not necessarily the best thing if you're looking to compete. I'm not playing extremely competitive on the free-to-play account, but I still want to share the teams with you guys so you kind of like get an idea of what you basically can do with the same teams that we used for the challenge bosses. Before we get into it, if you guys want to put your hand on free Helialite dice, free Warm Arrow, and tons of other rewards, you can click on the link in the description down below. Use code Skratch. You're going to claim some rewards straight away. You're going to help and support the channel, which I really appreciate. I've seen that a lot of you guys still did not use any creator codes. It's free to do it, guys, and it really helps us a lot. So I would really appreciate it if you take the time to do it. Plus, you're going to get free rewards. But let's dive straight back into it. I did not have a chance to do this video for the past couple of days because I've been pretty busy. But I'm going to quickly show you how it performed, for example, yesterday. So yesterday I only managed to do top 53. Before I was doing top 50. These are the teams. So I haven't actually brought in this team my Dark Lady. I kept it as it is. I haven't really done any changes to the Poison team either. No changes to the Frost. No changes to the Dauntless. No changes to the Ice Blast. And this is the Burn team, but I've done some changes to it today because I do have a Skratch on the account, so I just threw him in the team instead of Biggs. I've tried to do it with one healer only, but the team dies pretty quick. So let's dive straight into it. By now, the majority of you guys will have the Psychic Core fully maxed. I already have it on the free-to-play account down for quite a while. I think they're giving us an excessive amount of Affinity Solvent. I wish they would drop this and just give us some Gems, Warm Arrow instead. Even if it's like 50 or 100 a day, it's still better than just piling up on millions of Affinity Solvent, which will not be very helpful, right? The boss will change mechanics in about 12 hours, okay? So from tomorrow, at least at the time when I'm recording the video, this will change. The boss will stun, if I remember it correctly, and I think it will apply decreased attack. But I might be wrong on that. So I'm going to update you with different teams. Maybe tomorrow, if we have the demo day, or Monday, the latest. Let's start with the very first team. So this is the Burn team. Basically, this is what I've done in terms of builds. I have no Ancestral Protection or anything like that. I am using Duram, Carve, and a Skratch. No exclusive artifact for a Skratch. If I would have a different character like Huldork, for example, or even a Berengar on the account, I would be able to pull off a slightly better team. I think I would be able to pull off a better team if I would replace the Dark Lady in this team, maybe with a Ripcast. You know what? I'm actually quickly going to change that. I'm going to put Ripcast in the team and see if by any chance we're going to be able to pull off a better score. So I brought Ripcast in. I gave him an Emissary set, the Crown of the Unclean to land an additional debuff. That would push the damage a bit more. I could build him with resistance and give him a different artifact like the Titan Rib. That could work pretty well as well. The only problem is that we're going to do so much damage versus the enemies that the Titan Rib won't really be relevant in this team, right? So it's kind of like pointless to use it. I would rather use this. My main question is, are we going to manage to survive? So in terms of talents, this is what we have on Ripcast. You can see them right here. This is the build. You don't really need this piece because we already have the debuff from his skill set, but it might land a bit faster. This is a Skratch. This is the build. These are the talents on him. So basically, just pushing as much damage as possible. Actually, I'm quickly going to check if we do have the right talents on him, because they could be slightly better talents, which might enable us to do a bit of more damage, right? Even this one could potentially work a bit better, but we're gonna leave that on the side. For Duram, we are pretty spot on with what we currently have. Yep, we don't necessarily need more accuracy because he already has tons of it, and the rest are fine. Either way, if we're going to go over to Karf, he's on a Brotherhood with the Witch's Remains. Plenty of accuracy. These are the talents on him. Then for Duram, we have the Whisper of the Consumer, full damage build, good chunk of accuracy. These are the talents. And then we have Thorin with the Gatekeeper Staff. And these are the talents, the stats, high enlightenment, good skill haste as well. Skill timing wise, I'm gonna let Ripkas and Thorin run wild and use their ultimates as often as possible. I have a different timing for the other ones. We can put him on 15 seconds actually, and that should work pretty well. And let's see if we can survive till the very end. With the Dark Lady, the highest I've done was either 560, either 650 million. So if this by any chance does more, if we survive, of course, and we do not survive, unfortunately, we're dying pretty quick. It seems like Thorin is just not able to keep everybody alive with the healing. That is gonna be a bit of a problem. Maybe we had bad RNG. Let's give it another go. I mean, Thorin should heal us for quite a bit, right? So he's gonna generate a big healing too. Was that bad RNG? Hopefully. No, it wasn't bad RNG. It's just not working better with Ripkas. That's the thing when you're a bit limited on characters. Even though I wanted to try this and put the Dark Lady into the Necro team, it's just not really working good. So we're going to keep this team. The builds are exactly the same on all of the other characters, but we do have the Dark Lady with an Emissary, and we have the Solar King's Horn on her. I could drop the Solar King's Horn because it's not going to work as good on her, especially that the healing tends to drop in only after the ads are gone, so the damage won't really get the boost that we actually need. So we can give her more accuracy and give her a go. Skill timing, she's running wild, Thorin is running wild as well. So basically they're just going to use their skills whenever. We have the same skill timing for the other characters. Let's see, can we beat the previous damage? Sometimes we have Karf dying in here, but that's not happening very often, though. The thing is, with Ripcast, if he doesn't land the decrease attack, we are in trouble, right? So everybody survived, 654 million damage. Yeah, it is slightly better than what we had before. And just by bringing in a Scatius, of course, we managed to get a slightly better score. Double, so it's more than slightly. Let's move on to the Ice Blast team. I've tried a few attempts with the poison. I'm not sure what's happening with it today, but it just seems like it doesn't want to do it. It's like, Skratch, you're recording a video. No, I'm not going to let you flex your teams that required pretty much no work. So this is the Ice Blast team. I don't even think I've done any changes to the skill timing. I don't think I've done any of that either. And I'm still running Vikana with Felocia in here. Of course, they won't survive till the end, but this is their skill timing. They're still going kind of like pretty standard. I can let Vikana run wild, actually. That's going to be more helpful. I can run let the shield run wild too. On Vikana, we definitely do not need a prismatic cloak. So we can actually go in with something else, like the Crown of the Unclean. And instead of this, I can get one of these pieces. So let's see, anything that might work. There we go. This will get a job done. Let's put that on. Okay. And I'm going to let her run wild. If we want to quickly check the stats on the other characters. So this is my Felocia with the Titan Reap. You can see the talents. It's literally the Vortex team more or less, but with Vikana in it instead of Garius. This is my Beldele on the free-to-play account with the exclusive artifact. This is Sheena. She will apply the defense down, build for damage as well. Then we have Zorak with the downpipe organ. is just to basically give everyone else a bit of more damage to basically push the team to do a bit of more damage. We have the attack aura, and you've seen the skill timing before. This team won't survive till the end either because we don't really have any healing, right? It's just the shield, but it will do enough damage for the free-to-play account, you know? I'm happy with that. The less work it requires, the better for a lot of people. We almost survived till the end, but we've got close to 300 million damage. So we're going to save the Ice Blast team. Moving on to the next one. Let's see what do we have. And I'm very curious to compare a bit the positioning with yesterday, the score. So, Jern Frost. This is my Frost team. We're going to run Vidimir. Now, I've tried running Vidimir to use the ultimate skill twice before the ads disappear, but it's just not working for whatever reason. I've tried even having a Puppeteer set, trying to skill time it like I would do with a rally team. It just feels like his ultimate energy only pops in as soon as the ads are ready to disappear, and he's only gonna hit one of the ads because only one is left on the screen. And then it just desyncs it. And I do not think it's worth it for me to manual it like that, right? And I decided to actually change a bit everything around. Now, I could try and push more damage on her as well. Maybe give her the Frost artifact instead. This team will do pretty well in terms of survivability. We can definitely move them in like this. So we have Ardrat with a Titan Rib. This is the build that we have on her. This is just left in here from before because we had a different thing on her, but we're gonna keep the. Actually, the Titan Rib will become a bit irrelevant, and the Prismatic Cloak too. So what I'm gonna do is get this and get this. This should boost our damage a bit, right? Then, if we are going to check Gillian, so she's on a Brotherhood set, 3 years, how a lot of you guys call the set. You've seen Ardrat now with slightly different stats. We have Rava, he will apply the defense down. He will have the Puppeteer instead. I won't be running a set like the Emissary because there's really no room for it. Full damage build on him, full damage build on her is better than running an Emissary set. Plus, we don't need a tight set because we're going to land Frost anyway. Skill timing, this is what I have on them. So I can actually push her to like 13.5 to do more damage, or 13 like that. Vidimir is going to get a job done at 14.5, 30, and we let the rest run wild. Even the shield can run wild. We don't need to have it timed because that was the previous timing from the challenge boss, right? And let's see what we're going to do with this team. I've done a couple of changes, hopefully for the good rather than for the bad. I was getting close to 300, 250 plus. 262, so not too bad. They haven't survived. I could maybe retry it, but I can't be bothered with that, you know. As I was saying, I'm not going crazy competitive on this team. I'm just trying to show you the least possible effort to make your previous teams work. Then we have Oster Dauntless. I won't be doing any changes in here. Like, one thing that I could do actually is on third Bard, I could put something else, like for example, Crown of the Unclean. Doesn't need a resistance. And just to make sure we have a Brotherhood, this, we're going to need a Puppeteer. We're going to need this piece too. But we're going to keep the Titan Rib with a resistance for him. And yeah, there isn't much else that I can do except change this piece and get a recharge speed penalty as well if we have one of those pieces available, which unfortunately we do not, but maybe we can do this. Let's see, crit rate. We might drop a bit of crit rate for it, but that's fine. So if we do that, and if I do crit rate here instead of attack, please have one of those mythical pieces. We have one. It is ascended for fire. That's okay. Maybe, even though we are losing quite a bit of crit rate, maybe still going to be more beneficial to have that up and running. So this is my Nasty Jenka, no exclusive artifact. I actually have the Eyeball of the Giant. Very curious if we're going to deal better damage with this. Maybe not. Maybe not. But that is her. These are the talents. Then we have Shaltar with the Vile Ink. The other one is not really going to do much on him. Basically full mythical gear. Some survivability, enlightenment attack. We have Nathaniel with a Puppeteer to just constantly push the rest. The Titan Reap. We have Terrival with a Brotherhood. Witch's Remains. And we have Frorbart built on an Emissary set. This team won't survive till the end either, okay? They will definitely die early. We are going to get debuffed, but it's still going to push over 200 million damage. And this is the skill timing on them. So let's give it a go and see where we are going to be with this. Come on. 220. I think maybe we've got an increase of like 5 to 10 million. Nothing insane from doing those couple of changes. But it works. Dauntless is really not great versus this particular boss because they're all single target more or less. You cannot land the defense down AoE. They're all going to target a boss anyway. So it's not going to do anything too crazy, right? If we are going to move on to the next team, we're going to leave the poison as the last one because it's acting up today. So we're going to go with Necrosis. Okay, so this is the team that I was running versus Elton. I only have Journey in here that will generate some healing. I could try and bring in an Estella instead of somebody, but I still have more or less the same problem. I won't have enough healing anyway, right? I could bring in Estella and Elminster, but I will have to drop another one of the characters in here, and it's just kind of like not really worth it. So that is my Urzilas with the Crown of the Unclean, a Puppeteer set, which is not really needed, a Puppeteer. We have Jörn with a Moonlice with the Solar King's Horn. Then we have Lelwonis, no exclusive artifact. We have the Great Demon Skull, and we have the Gambler set on her. Then we have Centralia with a Brotherhood, the Pipe Organ. And we have Zadok with Witch's Remains and the Emissary Robe to apply the defense down. Skill timing for this team. Here we are. I can actually put her 16.5, whatever. And the other two are running free. This team won't survive till the end either. But it will do fairly decent damage. Considering that, hey, 0 effort, right? I know a lot of you guys will like to see just small adjustments, get a job done, and move on with your lives. 283 million. Now, if I would break my burn team to try and keep them alive, I will do more damage, but I won't do crazy damage like I would do with a burn team, right? So that's why I'm not interested in doing those changes. So we're going to save the 283. And we're going to move on to the final team, which it seems like it wants to act up, and that's the Tolwar Poison team, okay? I have two characters that will heal in here, Garian, and we have, of course, Vikuk. But for whatever reason, they're still not doing a very, very good job at keeping my team alive. I could try and see if I can pinch a lot of skill haste on him from somewhere, so let's see. That is a lot of accuracy. Maybe a lot of skill haste. Anything has a lot of skill haste. So that gives me 14. Okay, let's get that over. I am dropping a bit of accuracy there, but that's fine. Maybe we can have a different accuracy with higher skill haste. That would be even more helpful. There we go. So we got a bit of more skill haste from there. And we need some more accuracy from one of the emissary pieces just to make sure he's going to land a decreased attack while we're still retaining some of the survivability stats on him. And where are we? This team was a bit of RNG even the other days, but not like that crazy as it was today. I've literally wasted like 5 to 10 insta battles and they were not going back to 200. I was doing like 210, 220 million with this team. So hopefully it came back to its sense. We have Garion right here. I could always put him in the middle like this if we want to. We have Twitch. So this is the build on Twitch. These are the talents. We are running the Queen's Fan. Then we have Vikuk with the Emissary, the Gatekeeper staff. I can try and give him one of the mythical pieces. I've just changed that basically before because it doesn't really feel like it's doing much on him anyway. I need something with accuracy. Okay, this one right here. Upgrade, Temper, give me more accuracy. And we're done with him. Then we have Corin with the Titan Rib. And we have a Brotherhood set, one of these mythical pieces to apply the Enlightenment derivative damage. We do have the same on Eli. And full damage, he's going to apply the defense down. And skill timing for this team, we are letting them run wild. It might be a bit of a mistake. The thing is, they just do not generate enough healing to keep the team alive on their own. So this is going to be on 16.3. This is going to be on 20. So I can play around with their skill timing, but they're not going to be in sync pretty much never, right? If I try to keep them on a 30-second cycle, there will be a problem. And he's already going on a 2-to-1 ratio, but he's not going to be able to pull that off, right? So let's store that and see if we can get a better run in. Come on, 200 million, don't let me down. You see, we're not surviving till then. That's something that I knew. 142. I'm not sure why this team is acting up so much today. I haven't got such low damage yesterday or the day before, which is pretty crazy thinking about it. Pretty crazy. Might be something with the RNG. Maybe Twitch is dying very quick. He's unlucky. That could be a problem too. Yeah, something is super weird with this team though. Because it was doing 210. You've seen it before. I think we had 210 from it, right? From yesterday, right? Come on, game. 145 again. What the heck? So Eli is still here. I haven't really changed pretty much nothing on this team. Why would it just drop the damage? Maybe we don't have the capabilities to land enough poisons. Maybe we need to give him some accuracy. Let's try to give him some accuracy. He doesn't really need enlightenment. Maybe one of these will help us a bit. Maybe we can put in more poisons. Okay. We have plenty of resistance and everything. On Twitch, getting more accuracy would definitely be really nice. Have a resistance on him. So let's give him an accuracy. Let's give him an accuracy one. I've just realized that I haven't changed that at all. The thing is, I kind of want to change stuff and I don't want to change stuff because I know that we will require accuracy, resistance from tomorrow, most likely. So let's see if this will fix our problem because they're going almost till the end of the run, right? They're probably just dying there at the end. At least somebody stays alive till there, probably the supports. Okay, much better. So that was the issue. I don't know if I've dropped the accuracy on somebody from mistake or whatever happened, but this looked much better. And in fact, this time around, they died pretty early. I'm actually going to challenge this again in the hope that I won't get screwed, right? I did change the artifact on Corin and he dropped the accuracy. So 241, we actually survived even less now. That's weird because we haven't changed anything in terms of survivability. The RNG is a bit cruel with us today, at least with this team, right? But just by looking at it, you've seen just a couple of small adjustments. Not enough accuracy, bang, we got more damage. And now they're dying at 6 minutes and 30 seconds instead of dragging on the entire fight, like getting close to the 8 minutes as they were doing before. But this is the one. This run, they will survive longer. 265. Wow, they actually survive less, but the damage is higher. We're gonna cash it in. That's it. We're calling it here. And let's see how much damage we got today. 1.9 billion, almost 2 billion. Comparing that with what we had yesterday, which was 1.5, we literally gained 400 plus million just by making a couple of small adjustments, okay? It's still not like rebuilding all of the teams just particularly for this boss. Hopefully you found this video helpful and you learned something new in the process. As usual, I appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.